Ladies and gentlemen, this has a good chance of getting a lot worse before it gets better for Bitcoin and the crypto markets. I'm going to go over the overall macro structure today. We're going to crack down to smaller time frames, analyze how a more impulsive dump to the downside would play out, breaking it down for you guys. We're also going to check out DXY. We're going to go over the only bullish alternative really left to come up in here more immediately, and why it's pretty much invalidated for me here, guys. Starting off, getting right into the video. Actually, one second. This ain't financial advice, guys. I ain't your daddy. Do your own research. Just for educational purposes only. Okay. Now, on the weekly time frame, really looking at this realistically, guys, objectively. And if you've been watching this channel, you know we have had probably the most realistic expectations on this market. Most were calling for a blow off top up here. Most were calling for an alt season up here. Most were looking at the ETH chart and calling for ETH blowing off top, XRP blowing off top. I saw 7K ETH, 8K ETH, 10K ETH targets. Guys, I was the only channel screaming to get out of your ETH positions up here. I predicted this dump on ETH up here all the way down to here, guys, and I knew you were going to want receipts. Here's the receipts 11 months ago. Here, let me scroll down. 11 months ago, this video was posted, and it was calling for this dump down to at least $2,000, right? $2,000. We got that dump all the way down to $2,000 and then some. Guys, I'm on record. This is only on ETH. This was my general entire market overview, though. I'm on record telling everyone I bought a bunch of spot ETH, Solana, all the stuff. And I'm also on record selling all of that stuff up here and completely exiting up here. I missed this last little pump up out of here. No problem. I was screaming, I'm out of this. I don't like it. I'm done. We're good. And here we are, back down to $3,000 on ETH. When I say we have had this market overall pretty much nailed, we've had the most realistic view on this market, and I mean that. Guys, looking at the weekly time frame on the Bitcoin chart, I have a couple of trend lines drawn. I don't give a damn about trend lines at the end of the day, but they are good indicators of trends and maintaining trends, right? I'm not going to trade off of a trend line, but as far as a macro viewpoint goes, I will analyze trends based. It's in the name, folks. Trend line. They don't call them trend line for no reason. So we do have a weekly close below this key uptrend. Also, on the way down, I have this downward sloping trend line, and I'll zoom in on this real quick. We have a weekly close, multiple daily closes underneath this trend line as well. So as I zoom into the daily, I know, and I'm going to hit this right off the bat, a lot of you guys in the comments, everybody, you know, the main thing that everyone's looking for is some kind of diagonal, guys. I told you I did not like this diagonal structure. And oh my gosh, this looks even worse with this rejection off of this bottom trend line. But anyways, I told you guys I was looking long here. I wanted to see on Bitcoin a flat play out. I saw good potential for this move coming. It would have been a vicious, fast move. I wanted to be in on it. We got cracked to the downside, and that I'm good, guys. I'm good. I'm not a fan of this diagonal count. I've told you guys in countless videos. Before we even made this move to the downside, I wasn't a fan of it. Back when we were in here and this count was first coming to fruition, I told everyone I was not a fan of it. I was longing based on a flat here. So we had to move down, a flat, and then continuation. That was my intermediate structure I was looking for. And we have been pushing to the downside ever since invalidation hit on that particular move. At this point, it's okay to overthrow bottom trend lines on a diagonal. So if you're looking at this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm not trying to get too technical, on YouTube, I just like giving you guys a quick overview. The real technical stuff is in Discord. Make sure you're in Discord, guys. Link is pinned in the first comment down below. It's free to join. But long story short, we can have a quick overthrow of this bottom trend line but you want to see it be quick, and you want to see a recovery into this into this wedge, right? We're not getting that. We're getting sustained price action below the trend line. We are actually rejecting that trend line and continuing down. Guys, this does not look good. This does not look good. Now, I'm not saying we can't pipe back in here at some point, and I'm quite literally hoping we get a move up to 97, 98K here at some point, a little pullback before continuation. But as far as a leading diagonal structure here, I just don't see it. Guys, you got to be careful who you're watching, who you're getting Elliott wave analysis from. A lot of people have a good little basic understanding of Elliott wave theory, but they don't really follow the rules and guidelines as they should be followed. I saw channels, guys, back when we had this first dump. I saw channels. Remember this? A lot of exchanges had a wick here, believe it or not, nasty wick. This is the Coinbase chart. But I saw channels, guys, that were calling this an A, B, C, D, E triangle. Like they were trying to call this a triangle. What? What? Dog, if you're calling this a triangle and you're telling yourself, and you're calling yourself an Elliott wave channel, bro, there's no hope. There's no hope left here. No, not even my 2-year-old nephew wouldn't interpret this as an ABCDE triangle. I mean, it's unbelievable some of the stuff you see, and it honestly makes me sad because it gives people such a nasty taste of Elliott wave when they experience analysts that give you crap counts, crap counting, trash. Anyways, I'm not going to go on a tangent here, guys. I don't like this wedge. I don't like this diagonal. And I told you guys that all the way from back up in here. Nothing has changed. This was kind of your last chance for this to reverse. I actually took a long right here trying to play a little, hit off this trend line. Final stand long. And, I mean, we broke below the trend line. That's it. It's cooked. It's definitely cooked. And if it wasn't then, it definitely is now, guys. Again, we can definitely get a retrace and a push back down. And I'm hoping for that. But as far as a real recovery here, I don't see it. I do believe a move back into this area is coming, guys. And how would that happen? Let's go to my macro chart. This is the weekly time frame, how things are really shaking out for me. I know this is crazy. A lot of people will call me crazy. I'm used to it by now, guys. I'm used to it by now. Everyone called me crazy when I was short all up in here, when I was screaming at the top of my lungs, get the hell out. Everyone called me crazy. When I was screaming there was no blow off top, no alt season, everyone called me crazy. That's a good thing to me. That's a good sign. When the majority of people are against you guys, you're doing something right. This whole world is flipped upside down for a reason. You do not want to be doing what most people are doing. Most people are brainwashed. Most people are propagandized. Most people live in an illusion. They do not live in reality. You're doing something right if a lot of people are against you. You're doing something right. I'll tell you that. Shouldn't be like that, but in this day and age, it is like that. We're living in an upside down world. I'll tell you that much. Nothing is what it seems, everybody. Nothing is what it seems. I'm looking at a monster impulse to the downside into this box. Proportionality wise, if this is a 1-2 off the top, I mean, this is the size at least of your leading impulse. And if we get an impulsive wave here, guys, I don't have any other structure. I have nothing that would consider this a C leg of a flat. If this was a C leg of a flat correction, maybe correction down, correction up, impulse, I can get some continuation. I got nothing, guys. This is a pure pivot into a pure impulse to the downside. If you're calling this top structure a very expanded ABC flat, okay, maybe, and your C leg is coming down to the 2618 box down in here, maybe, boom, boom, boom. But it's strange, guys. It's very strange. I don't like it. I'm just spitballing here on possibilities. Not high probabilities, but possibilities. All right. Now, looking at this impulse off the top, I'm trying to count 5 waves to the downside. We're obviously about halfway through wave 3 of 3. and looking to hit a series of 4-5s, 4-5, 4-5s down here. And then ultimately, we'll be getting this big correction. It's going to last months, guys. It's going to last months. A lot of trading action. Basically retesting these trend line breakdowns. This is another key trend line I have drawn right here. Probably going to slice through. Probably going to retest. Probably going to mess around. Use it as liquidity. And then ultimately we'll get the final blow. If this is proportioned correctly, which there's a lot of price action in between, this should crank pretty low. 30K, 40K. Guys, 25K is on the table. And I'm not saying this to incite fear. I'm not saying this to get you all scared or try to get views. I'm just being realistic here. I'm just being realistic here. Just like I was being realistic here at the top, when no matter how many times we cracked the high here, no matter how many times we spiked the high, I didn't flinch, guys. I told you guys, another 1% move. This is top here, guys. This is top. I don't know how many times I said that. And I got flack for it the whole ride. This channel, for all intents and purposes, is validated. And if you have not validated this channel and added it onto your repertoire of watches and views for your daily YouTube rotation, then you're helpless at this point. You're helpless at this point. I'm not saying to be biased completely, but let's be real. I genuinely feel sorry for everyone that was waiting for a blow off top and lied to about altcoin season and all these alts are going to rip and AI and this and that. Yeah, I really feel bad that people got swindled. But you live and you learn, right? You live and you learn. So take it as if you got, take it as a learning moment. Man, this video is full of rants. I'm so sorry for the rants, guys, but Let's get into some more analysis. Let's get into some more analysis. DXY. I am looking for a pump out of here on DXY or some kind of up thrust move. As we know, DXY is inversely correlated to Bitcoin. Usually it should be. I see dollar strength increasing here. I see a nice bounce off the 1-to-1. And guess what? I got receipts for that as well. Gosh darn, 11 months ago, posted this video. This is why I like adding these little tags in here, because I can search up when I know I had a structure right. I can search it up and pull it up. Guys, this was before we even got this crackdown to this trend line. I told you this was coming. I told you this was coming. We saw it written in the stars. And that video was posted right here, guys. Right here. Boom. What was to follow? A crack to the downside. We are having a nice healthy bounce off of the 1-to-1 fib, off of this trend line. It's a good sign. I wanted to see a little bit lower here, maybe a fake out below the trend line. We're not getting that, but we are getting a nice healthy bounce off of the trend line, off the 1-to-1, and this is a good flip zone. This is a good turnaround zone for me. Let's come back up. How high this goes to be determined. To be determined. I see reversal on DXY. I see Bitcoin having a lot of downwards pressure. Risk on assets having a lot of downwards pressure on them. Just trying to look at these charts objectively, guys. Now zoomed into our impulsive structure to the downside. Taking a look at this structure. How are we breaking this down? What do I want to see? Well, let's get rid of everything. If we're looking at this as, now remember, forget about this wick. 1, 2. All of this is maybe a 1, 2 into a 3, into a 4, into a 5. Sorry. Into a 4, into a 5, into another 4, 5. Like, this is the proportionality you would need, because intermediately you would have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like maybe even more. And I know there's going to be a lot of people in the comments, Alex, why are you not calling this? Why is this not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Shouldn't that be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? No. We hit into the top of our one wave with this wick. With this, not even just the wick. There was complete price action above here. It invalidates it. I have to either call this a truncated fifth, which I'm okay with doing, or this is another 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's an even bigger move to the downside. So either way, I want to see this velocity continue to the downside. And it might not come up for air, guys. I want to see if there's a chance of it coming up to 97, 98K. I would say 91 to 92K is, I need reversal here into this zone before we continue to the downside some more. I need reversal at 90, 91K up to 97 to 98. That's what I'll be looking for. And then we can continue to put in these series of 4.5s. Guys, I do not believe we are going to just dump straight down. There's going to be pullbacks. But ultimately, we want to maintain these downwards trend lines until we get to the bottom of the move, upon which we'll start breaking out, retesting. And then, you know, obviously it's going to get us down to this low right here, maybe even push below it and just really fake everyone out, take some liquidity. And then you'll see some type of correction to the upside, guys, in a big way. And then ultimately, it will just be setting up more failure. That's where I'm at with everything, guys. I hope I shed some clarity on the charts for you today. As always, if you want to leverage trade this stuff, guys, in a bear market, we are leverage traders. That's how we make money. If you want to trade this stuff, make sure you check out the link pinned in the first comment down below. I do have this bonus running on Blowfin right now. Take advantage of it. They are the best non-KYC exchange out. Sign up with your email. If you're going to be trading, might as well get the bonuses as well. Make sure you capitalize on this. Deposit max it. The last day is tomorrow. You get access to this in every single bonus I run. There will be another one after this. You will get access to it as long as you sign up with the link pinned below or code chart junkies. Make sure you check them out. Check your reward section when the next promo drops, because you will have access to it as long as you sign up with the link. You also get VIP reduced fees for life. Make sure you guys check out Discord. All of this is free. There is a premium option if you're interested. Follow my trades and really learn Elliott Wave. Great group of guys in there. I'll see you guys in the next video. Trade safe. Love you. Peace.